I want to share 9 things I learned about sales when I was 14. Number 1, be authentic. The first thing I sold was a car washing service. I would knock on doors, and this is exactly what I'd say. Hi, my name is Josh. If you'd like, I can wash your car for $20. I didn't try to trick people into having me wash their car by saying, would it be a terrible idea if I washed your car? I didn't use pricing tricks like it's only $19.99. And I didn't use fake scarcity like the deal is only good for today. When you are authentic and honest with people, you build trust. And trust is why people choose you. Number 2, over-deliver. I used a product on the windshield called Rain-X, which would make water bead up when it rained outside. I love that product. I still use it today. So quick little sidebar, make sure you sell something that you actually believe in. When it would rain, people were so surprised and delighted that the water would bead up that they would call me and say, what did you use on my windshield? I love it. And that would foster repeat customers and even positive word of mouth. What can you do to surprise customers above and beyond what they bought? Number 3, be yourself. When I was 14, I was introverted and soft-spoken, much more so than I am now. You don't have to be an extrovert and have unbridled enthusiasm to be good at selling. If you are, that's okay. But if you're not, that's okay too. Don't try to be someone that you're not. Be you. Number 4, you're not for everyone. I would be very selective of the doors I would knock on. I would only knock on doors that had nice cars. There's always a subset of buyers that are your best buyers. You can waste a lot of time knocking on every door. Slow down and be selective. Find the people who have nice cars. That's some people, but it's not everyone. Number 5, detach from the outcome. When you are too attached to convincing people to get their car washed, they can smell your commission breath. Whenever people feel the push, they pull away. What I learned was the less I cared about washing the car, the more cars I washed. Lean back, unclench, and let what happens happen without expecting anything to happen. Number 6, upsell. You probably have additional products and services that can benefit your customer, but they don't know about those things unless you bring them up. But you can't do it in a salesy way. You got to use a little finesse. So this is what I would do. If I noticed that the customer's paint on their car was a little gritty, I'd bring them over and I'd say, feel this. Notice how it's gritty. That means contaminants are embedded into your paint. If you'd like, I can wax it for an additional $15. Number 7, be honest. I once had a customer ask me if I could wax their car, but when I rubbed my hand over the paint, it didn't need wax. The paint was smooth. There was no contaminants. So I told them, hey, John, feel your paint. See how it's smooth? That means your wax is holding up, so you could probably wait a while. He became one of my best customers, and he referred so many more customers to me in a world of dishonest, self-serving salespeople. Being honest makes you stand out. Putting your prospect's best interest before yours pays huge dividends. Number 8, don't change minds. If someone said, not now, maybe next week, I wouldn't try to change their mind by saying, what's going to change next week, to try to pressure them into doing business with me. Instead, I would just lean back, detach, and say, okay, sounds like a plan. And the following week, I would knock on the door. The simple act of showing up, being consistent, and doing what you said you were going to do can make you remarkable at sales. Number 9, ask for referrals. Customers are happy to give you a referral, but you have to ask. If you don't ask, you don't get. So here's what I would do. After I got done washing the car and the customer was happy, I would simply say this in a relaxed voice. Hey, Lisa, do you know 1 or 2 other people in the neighborhood that might want their car washed? And if I got a name, which was often, I would knock on their door and say, hey, Glenn, my name is Josh. I wash Lisa's car on Lakeview Drive, and she thought you might be interested too. All right, what did you learn from your first sales job?